everyone, welcome back to Geek Bros Inc. Today we're going to be looking at Zane and his bike.
Yeah, his bike. So, just for a little refresher, this is what the single box Zane looked like. So, we'll see if they made any differences, any paint or whatever that might be different. So, this is the Zane with the bike.
I don't remember what it was called.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's that. There's the bottom. Here's the art on the side. And then on the top it just says Lightning Collection. So why don't you tell the folks about Zane while I'm opening the box?
Okay, Zane is from space. He was best friends with Andros, and he was put into essentially like a cryostasis.
Why'd you say that with a question mark?
Because I didn't know if that's what it was called. He was put into cryostasis after...
He was put into cryostasis? On the mega ship?
On the mega ship?
And he was friends with Andros? It all sounds like a question. You're talking with an upward inflection at the end of every sentence?
Yeah, exactly. Zane was put into cryostasis at the end of the battle or the war on...
Yes.
The planet that they're from.
On the planet that he's from. And that planet is called?
I don't remember. I was so confident. And now I can't remember what the name of the planet is called. What is the name of the planet called?
KO-35.
KO-35. I was thinking of another planet that had letters and numbers. But
Which was? Yes?
It was Virgon 6, but that's from Futurama.
Honestly, woman. Futurama and Power Rangers are two very different franchises.
They are. Okay. KO-35.
Okay, can we get on with this
yes.
now?
I'm good. I'm good.
You okay?
I'm gonna take a drink of my coffee and then...
Yeah. You sip your coffee and you wake up some.
From KO-35 at the end of their war. And then Zane... Andros picked him up and brought him onto the mega ship and basically put him in a freezer.
In a freezer?
Yeah.
You put him in a freezer.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
And then he, woke up and he became the Sixth Ranger.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so these have, this, almost like a twist tie, but it's little rope type of thing. Yeah, it's not really plastic. It's something else. What does that feel like to you?
Paper.
Paper? Some kind of little paper rope.
Well, probably because it's more environmentally friendly than plastic. Probably made out of the stuff that they make the plastic straws out of. Not the plastic straws, the bamboo straws or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this just fell right out. This should be the bike. And here is the bike. I'm pretty sure the other pieces are in the other bag. If not, I'm gonna call and yell at the Hasbro people. Okay, so here's the other bag. Okay, here we have the Silver Ranger. This is what it looks like directly out of the bag.
His legs are a little off.
What's off?
His legs.
Well, yeah, it's twisted to fit in the bag the way that they did it. Okay, so what do we think?
I don't know. This one.
Samesies?
Well,
Not so much.
Not so. It's.
Is the paint different?
It's not the paint's different. It just looks. It looks different, but I can't put why it looks different.
Because he's in a different pose, maybe?
No.
No? Maybe if I put them in the same pose, they'll... I don't know. I think maybe the paint is a smidgen darker.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, so it looks like we got the rest of the pieces in here. Okay, 2 hands, the rest of the bike. And what is this called again? What is this weapon called? His Super
Saber?
Super Silverizer.
Super Silverizer.
Yep.
Does it also come with a blast effect, or?
No blast effect. No blast effect with this one. But we did get the other pieces for the bike and, you know, handlebars. Important.
Very important.
And then gun mode. And we got
Hands.
2 extra hands. But yeah, no blast effect. Are you upset it didn't come with a blast effect?
A little bit, because it would have been nice to see if they did a different blast effect than current Zane that we have. He just has the spiral. And it would have been interesting to see if they would have put a different blast effect on. Or if they would have put the same blast effect.
There's no blast effect.
That is a way to go for no blast effect.
Yeah, like basically all of them came with a blast effect. I mean, the Blue Centurion one that we just did, he even came with a blast effect, went on his gun, you know.
Well, maybe they're thinking that you can, like, put this blast effect on that one.
Well, not everybody bought both of them.
It's true.
Okay, so that's going to take a while to fit in his hand. So almost the same pose there.
Yeah, the across the chest looks a little bit different. The X's on the squares.
Yeah, the squares are bigger on there. Yeah, I had an issue with the squares on the Space Ranger's chest being... I mean, they were small and a little misshapen, you know, because on the show, it doesn't look like that. It's just really small bar there, you know. And then this one actually updated the chest there a little bit. Also, this one, the joints on it are loose. The leg joints right here are loose. The arm is a little loose. Yeah, like the joints on this aren't as tight and as rigid as this one is. Yeah, this one it's rather loose. Yep, and also we got a new civvy head. What do you think? Does that look like him?
It does. I do. I do think it does. And
okay, and then here, this one was the civvy head from the original single, and then here's compare those. The hair coloring is a bit different. What do you think?
a little bit.
A little bit. And then here, this one. Also, the hair coloring is a bit different. This one came from the Silver Psycho 2-pack. So, yeah. bit different. And then here, there's all three of them together.
I do like the middle one the best.
This one, the middle one, is from the 2-pack. This is the single, and then this is the one with the bike. Yep. Yeah, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, well, I like all the heads. The one with the bike, his eyes look a little...
Well, I mean, it's it's like his expression in general got angrier as you go along.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, because I'd say that the first one is the most Zane because he has like that Zane smirk.
Yeah.
You know, and then okay, so here, let's see, this one. See.
Yeah.
And then here, this one was the second.
But he was kind of like in disguise, so he kind of maybe not needed to have this one.
And he looks significantly more angrier there. And his hair is different. And then here, this one, it's like his eyes are like emo and glaring.
And peering into your soul.
Sure. Sure, why not? His eyes are peering into your soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Here's the bike. Let's see. There is a piece right here. And then it looks like that'll just fit in there. Yep, and now how do the handlebars go on? Maybe put the handlebars on first. Let's see, how would this go on? It almost looks like it would go on backwards. Because there's like an indent here, and I'm thinking that it's supposed to fit right there, but how? Because this didn't actually come with any assembly instructions. Let's see, in the picture it just kind of like fits there. What is this? This is the all that legal crap that comes with it.
Yep. Didn't we have an issue with the other bike we had gotten from them?
I don't remember. You'll have to watch the video.
What was the other bike we had?
Time Force Blue. Lucas. Okay, so it looks like it'll fit on there, but it
seems loose.
Okay, yeah, you have to jam it on there. There. That looks better now. And then here. It just seems like an awkward setup to me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
A little bit, but it's...
Comes with a kickstand.
Ooh. Must love a good kickstand.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there's Zane, and new Zane. Let's see if we can get him to fit on here. Yeah, a lot of these joints on him are really loose. That seems to be like an ongoing problem as of late. A lot of the joints are just really, really loose.
Well, I don't know, it probably also shows that it's not being crafted well.
I think that they switched factories to one in China or Vietnam or something. I think that might have something to do with it. Because the ones that came out of Nam recently were like the Street Fighter ones. And the Street Fighter ones had a mountain of problems. Like there were pieces in there that came broken, you know, and all kinds of crap happened to it. And you know how they have the anniversary coming up, the 30th, where David Yost and a lot of the others are coming back. Well, they made, you know, like special figures just for that, you know, like remastered. Apparently, at some point during the production process, they screwed up so badly that they had to
stop.
Not only stop, but destroy entire orders. You know, entire pallets worth just of those figures. I'm like, what did you do so badly that you had to destroy how many?
But then if like one got out on there, just imagine if like one escaped.
Well, what probably happened is they probably put lead in the paint because they've been known to do that.
Which that's not good for anyone.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what happened. I mean that's what happens when you outsource to, you know, places with like little to no regulations. You know, why don't you just do it here in America and make more jobs for your home country instead of outsourcing, because you're clearly paying for it with all the upscaling and the prices that you've done recently, and you're just making everybody angry.
And for you know we had an issue with one of the Street Fighter ones, and you.
Yeah, my Street Fighter figures came and it was so loose that all I did was this, and the legs completely dropped off, and the arms were messed up. And I tried to switch the hands, so when I took one of the hands off, you know...
I think you said the arm broke off.
Well, the arm didn't broke off, but it was loose enough where it could have been. But, you know, the hand was so messed up that it just... And it looked like it had disintegrated, so I had to pry that one off with pliers and then put on a different hand just to see if it would work. But yeah, no, the hands were just so messed up that they just disintegrated, it looked like, because they just fell apart.
Yeah.
So I had to take those off and put on the new hands, and that mostly worked, but I complained so hard to Hasbro, and I sent them pictures, like, you sent me figures that are all messed up, so they sent me replacement figures.
And they're staying in their box.
Well, for now, I'll open those later, and, you know, it's just been too many disappointments in a row recently. But, yeah, so here he is, you know, on the bike. What do we think?
Well, it's a good bike. I do like the figure. It looks like he's staying well on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed a little bit easier to put together than other bikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I have that second astronomer in here, and you know, since they dated on the show, maybe I could put astronomer on the back of his bike.
I don't think she'll fit, but you can try.
Yeah, maybe I could probably fit her in there somehow. You know, or maybe I could pose them in that like star-crossed lovers, you know, embrace with all like the space and the twinkles and the stars behind them just exploding.
Yep, exactly.
So, you remember when we met him? Yeah, like Justin, you know, he came to a comic book shop and we met him.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we were asking him about him and Astronomer, him and Corone. And he's all like, yeah, you know, that would be nice, you know, but that didn't happen in real life. I'm like, okay, well, what would you have wanted to happen in real life? He's like, in real life, we would have gotten together and we would have made 5 boys so I could have my own soccer team. You remember that?
I do remember that. He was very nice.
Yeah,
they both
he's
were.
One of the very, he's one of the nicest people that we've met. Also, we did meet Andros.
He was also nice as well.
Christopher Lee, yeah, we met him.
Were they together?
Yeah, we met them together. They were both very nice.
I would like to meet more of them, but the ones I want to meet aren't really out to meet.
Who do you want to meet?
Who do you think I want to meet?
From space?
Well, yeah, from space. I probably would want to meet my brain.
Patricia?
Yes.
Pink Ranger?
Pink Ranger.
Ashley? Yellow Ranger?
Yellow Ranger. I think I'm okay on not meeting.
Well, what season are you thinking of?
Well,
what season of someone do you want to meet?
Well, the season I would want to meet is the season that apparently everyone forgets about, but it's my favorite season.
Mystic Force?
Mystic Force.
You want to meet Xander, don't you?
I do. Everyone, I feel like, forgets about that season.
Yeah, you just love it because they have capes.
They do have capes. They're the most stylish looking Rangers.
Because of the capes.
Because of the capes.
And
I think I have...
And they have wands.
And they have wands. And I think I have said this probably on multiple Power Ranger videos.
Probably.
But I would want to meet them because I feel like they're ones that people don't talk about much. And then just Xander, so he can be like, "Hi, I'm Xander." Just because that's such a great line.
Yeah. Out of every quote that could have happened that season, your favorite is, "Hi, I'm Xander."
It's because it's a great line. Because he does it all the time.
Hi, I'm Xander.
Hi, I'm Xander. As we're getting off topic. But I would like to meet anyone from Mystic Force. I would like to meet a few from Lost Galaxy.
A few from Lost Galaxy or just one?
Just one.
You want to meet Leo and ask him to take his shirt off.
I do. With his shirt-ripping action.
His action figure does not come with shirt-ripping action.
That was still my favorite one that came out, and they actually...
You'd have to get, like, something from... You'd have to get a Leo and then put his head on a custom or a G.I. Joe figure or something, and then get a vest or something from, like, a Barbie, like a Ken that had Velcro on it. This would be, like, the best thing to do that.
Can you sign my custom shirt-ripping action Leo?
He's just sign it on the chest.
Sign it right on the chest.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, Astronema, she was dressed like a dominatrix the entire season.
That's
so
true.
They gave the girls one episode with shirt ripping action.
That's true.
The following season. Yep. Okay, so that should do it for
This
Space Silver with his silver bike. But, the Bandai one, when they made it, this actually also doubled as the glider. It transformed into the glider also. So, there's that. I mean, I just think Bandai has a one-up on them. Even though it was like 20 years ago, they still have a one-up on this. Just because it could transform. And the figure was not as messed up. I mean, it's okay, but so many joints on here are loose. I mean, if I just leave them on the bike, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Alright. Any final thoughts on this?
No. How many left are from Space that need to be released from?
Let's see. They did Xander. They did. Yeah, they did all of them from Space. They even had, Disguise Andros. Yeah, no, they're all been released at this point. Yeah, even the Phantom Ranger, even though he was like the 6th Ranger in Turbo, he still had, appearances in Space, and they released him also. I can't really think of any other Rangers that were like in Space Rangers, unless you're gonna go with Countdown to Destruction, because they had Blue Centurion, Phantom Ranger, Gold Ranger, and all 5 Alien Rangers make a cameo appearance. would have been awesome if they had any of the original 6 make a cameo during that, because someone like Tommy who's just chilling in Angel Grove, and all of a sudden there's an army of what were they called? Astronomers goons. What were they called?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Divatox had Piranatrons. I think they had a similar name, like something Trons. But yeah, no. If Tommy was just chilling, walking around, and all of a sudden, boom, there's no way he did not fight in that battle. There's no way that he, even though retired, there's no way that he just let everyone else, fight for him. There's no way. He and the other Rangers would have taken part in that battle. At least their characters would have, because, getting the actors back at that point would have been a big money grabber for them, because all of them were veterans at that point. But, Saban's not really one to shell out money to make things as good as they could have been.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Anyways. Silver.
I'm sorry, I was looking it up to see if they had the name.
Quanatrons. That's what they were called. They were called Quanatrons.
It would come to you eventually.
Yes. If Tommy was walking down the street,
And
just chilling, got him a juice from the juice bar, and then was walking to the gym, and then all of a sudden downtown he sees explosions and an entire army of Quanatrons, and in their jets and the Mega Winger trying to take them all out, there's no way in hell he did not assist.
Very true. All right, everyone, then until next time.
Silver.
Silver. Bye.